coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard.
A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Love. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the... inside the 35. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
From the 36, Winston. They'll roll him out right. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Winston a give, it's Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 36, Winston. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
It's time to give real credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Third and short yardage, Winston. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain. So they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, Winston. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw, Winston. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play would be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this a spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing. Love. He gets it to Thomas. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
That's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try to find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Panthers at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run draw routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jameis to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Now their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, but I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake, Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And this one too low.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play. Would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 45 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Winston. Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Love. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. To throw now, here's Love. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone in the coverage to crack the throwing lanes?
Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Anderson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Laviska Shenault, 31 yards. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make it 24-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team are defensive tackles, because it really has them to just eat up blocks and other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw here, that's a big day.
Here's Winston. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not up there for first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them out for the more.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stopped him. So now it brings up a third down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put my hands on my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 76 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 more yards there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
Slot man moves right. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Working out of the gun. Love. Over the middle, complete. That's more. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Found his target. It's Anderson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Love from the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, Love. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way. Gonzalez
now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 130 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give. This is Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Winston now. There's Chris Olave. Down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, Kamara. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson, and he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. And all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenot. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right? And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. Love's throw is caught here by Anderson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 28. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here we go, set. Trouble, 38.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Love. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Saints on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up
it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 4 now. Now timeout called for by the defense. It'll be the 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step us up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love, they go play action now. Complete to Chenot. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Love. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their veteran QB, CD, and that's Jameis Winston.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for the Saints, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.